Hi, I'm Karen Downing Ripley, and I invite you to join me on a recent, unexpected side trip to Brittany, France during the 80th anniversary of the city of Plélo's liberation celebration and learn why Americans and Bretons celebrate their shared DNA from World War II. A last-minute decision to deliver my father's World War II documents to the city of Plélo, France, opened me up to an amazing experience that has truly changed my life. I ask that you join me so that you too can know and appreciate how we Americans are respected and revered because our ancestors fought to liberate the town of Plélo in August 1944. As the festival continued, people began to approach me and ask me for my picture and autograph. I understood that the descendants of Plélo wanted to have a record in their family history, that they had met a descendant of the 20 Liberators. This was extremely touching. At one point, a lovely woman who did speak English asked me if she could take my picture with her 16 family members. The Arthur family all lined up, and I got in front of them, and they took a picture. This was another coincidence. My mother's maiden name is Arthur, and my DNA says I am definitely a Celt, through and through. Ms. Arthur said, "You know, we wouldn't be here if it hadn't been for your father and Colonel Hamsley and his men. My grandfather and my husband's grandfather were in the resistance, and the Germans were getting ready to drag them out of the resistance house and shoot them when the 5 tanks came rumbling in."
Well, my grandfather called Jean Ballois, so her father, and he was in the resistance.
He was one of the 12 civilians who were lined up against the gate called Lo, on which there is now a plaque that was placed on that famous commemoration day. So the commemorations had been going on for a few days already, and my mom, Claudie, who is here, was very keen to participate in all of these commemorations.
And the children and grandchildren there for the memory.
For the memory, exactly, it was important for Mom. It was important, I think, for all of us to be there. And also for our children, because we wanted them to understand the stakes of the Second World War and how sometimes life really hangs by a thread. And that's what we told Karen when we met her. Mom had spotted Karen in the crowd. He asked me to go see her to introduce ourselves and then to thank her, finally, to express our gratitude for the role her father had played with Colonel Hamsley in the liberation of Pelot. Because indeed, in this case, my grandfather was among the 12 in front of the gate, ready to be shot. And my husband's grandfather was also among the 12 at the same time. So we introduced our children to Karen, explaining to them, well, without this lady's father, you wouldn't be here.
And it makes for a big family. There you go, very big family.
This was very, very touching to hear. She later wrote me an email and thanked me all over again and said, "When you come back to Plélo, we want you to be our guest, and we mean it. We want you to come and stay with us." I was very touched. And of course, I asked her, "Please come to Texas. We would love to have you stay with us as well." It was moments like these that made me and Burt realize that what we were experiencing was somehow a little more somber and serious than we first realized. And initially it was, "Oh, what a hoot this is." Now we asked ourselves, what have we blindly stepped into? It was both fascinating and humbling to become overnight celebrities. Everyone was treating us special. We knew it certainly wasn't because of who we were. Their gratitude was for my father, Delbert Downing, and Colonel Robert Hamsley, and all the 15th Cavalry Plélo Liberators. Burt and I began to feel really connected to the people of Plélo. There was a bond between us, and we wanted to measure up to their respect. We understood their happiness that we were there so they could thank us in person for the American Liberators. If you've ever thought about gratitude, you know gratitude has to be a two-way street. Of course, it's important to the person who wants to express their gratitude. It's like a debt that needs to be repaid. It's also an honor that needs to be shared. Whenever someone thanks another, they are feeling good. They are feeling love. And of course, the recipient is happy, thinking somebody's appreciating them. Somebody recognizes and is seeing them.
The impact on current and future generations? Well, yes, current ones.
I hope that honestly, it has had an impact in the sense that, the duty of remembrance is really important when we see, unfortunately, the wars that keep happening, that continue for issues of land, religion, and that's also why it was important for us to participate in these commemorations and for our children to take part. We really insisted on it because, to tell them this is what they went through, what they endured, and you see, it's important to remember. Not let it happen again. So yes, I think and sincerely hope that it had an impact in that sense. Yes, we do everything for that already. Yeah, yes. I think it was. We are quite proud of everything that happened in the family, and of everything that could be done. Well, to be descendants of people who participated in the resistance already. It's a pride. Even if, we at our level we didn't do it, but to see what they did, it's beautiful. I mean, it's real proof of courage, and it's part of the values we also want to pass on. Yes, and that's why I think it's really great. I mean, when I saw your podcast initiative, I thought it was fantastic because it's also the kind of medium that resonates with young people. And there you go. It's easy to watch. It's fun. It's well done. So yes, I think I actually shared it in my group. The family WhatsApp group. I sent the link to the podcast. They watched it, and it's good.
I say all the recognition as well. Let's not forget the gratitude we have towards all the people who came to save us. Right? The Americans, we owe them a lot. Yes, a lot.
I understood that thanking me was very meaningful to everyone I saw. I was proud to accept their thanks in honor of my father and the American Liberators. If I got overwhelmed, I would duck back into the restaurant to catch my breath. After a few minutes, I was ready to greet my gracious hosts, the people of Playlo, with all my heart and soul. I knew that all their attention was not for me, but for my father and Colonel Hamsley and the other American Liberators of 1944. My experience was going to be a short, brief moment of fleeting attention on my part. I certainly wanted to hold up my end as an American. I didn't want to do anything that took away from their reverence and appreciation for the American Liberators. Burt was incredibly supportive during this amazing experience. He, like me, wasn't prepared to be an overnight ambassador for American World War II heroes. So it was very, very special when we worked together to measure up to our responsibilities. I really appreciated having his support, and I could not have done it without him. After 29 years, Burt and I are still snuggling. Please join me for the next episode of You Were There, Karen Beth, when I learn the importance and value of oral tradition as the lovely people of Playlo share their ancestors' stories passed down from generation to generation.